Okay, there are moments in politics that don't just disappoint you, it disgusts you. I've been sitting on the sidelines, fairly surgical, but today, I'm done being calm. Ek is nou regtig gatvol. What just happened with the DA and Liam Jacobs is not a misstep, it is a mirror. And the reflection should terrify every South African who still believes accountability means something. Let me tell you about 1 year in one man's life. He left the DA in tears, embarrassing, a full public breakdown. He had been abused, apparently, mistreated. He had finally found his truth, finally found his own, finally found his people in the Patriotic Alliance. It was dramatic, to say the least. It was emotional. The cameras loved it, and we all had to watch this. Then, it didn't stop. Then came Tshwane, another announcement, another epiphany. Joburg, another moment of clarity. Cape Town, practically a spiritual awakening. In 12 months, left the DA, left Parliament, joined the PA, sat in 3 different city councils, returned to Parliament, and rejoined the DA. 8 moves, 1 year, and he was also part of the ANC at some point, before all of this. Mense wat vir my sê, hierdie is normaal. Geef vir my een voorbeeld, net een voorbeeld, van die afgelope 400 jaar, van Suid-Afrikaanse politiese geskiedenis, waar iemand iets soos dit gedoen het. Net een voorbeeld, in die kommentaar, go! In 1 jaar wat iemand dit gedoen het. Eintlik vergeet van 400 jaar, jy gaan nie eers 'n voorbeeld op die rotstekeninge kan kry van of iets soos dit nie. Hierdie ou is so mal soos 'n haas, ek's jammer. Ek meen iemand moet dit sê. If other flip-floppers are murderers, this man is a serial killer. En ek kry hom eintlik jammer. Die arme jong man word soos 'n politieke pion rondgeskuif. Enige leier met integriteit sou nie toegelaat het dat hy weer deur hierdie sirkus in die openbaar gaan nie. As hulle regtig sy beste belange op die hart gedra het, sou hulle dit privaat hanteer het. Maar dit was nooit regtig oor hom nie, was dit? Dit was oor die politieke boodskap, dit was oor Gayton McKenzie, dit was oor die colored vote. And don't get me wrong, I like the coloreds. But now that we know how to make samosas, we still need them. And I think so. Maar ernstig, dit is die gevaar wanneer jy mense in hulle vroeë 20's in die hoogste vlakke van die politiek plaas. Jong mense maak foute, mense, dit is mos net obvious. Hulle verander van mening. Hulle soek nog hulle plek in die wêreld. Daar is 'n rede waarom jy in Amerika eers 30 jaar oud moet wees voordat jy senator kan word. Wysheid kom nie met ambisie nie. Hoeveel voorbeelde moet ons nog sien? So what changed? He claims he discovered the PA does not protect the Constitution, that the DA does. Yeah, right. He said, I'm sorry. Do you guys remember the previous video where I talked about liberal naivety? There you go. This is something fundamental the DA needs to accept. This isn't Angela Merkel's Fourth Reich. This is Africa. This isn't Barney the pink dinosaur. This is Lord of the Flies. And if you want to survive here, you will have to stand for something. As hy deel van die EFF volgende week raak, wat gaan die DA dan doen? Om weer teruglaat. Ag ja, dan partykeer kap jy 'n kop teen die muur en dan brand jy jou hand op die stoof en dan met die ander hand skiet jy jouself in die voet en dan sit jy jou voel in die toaster en dan val jy agtertoe in die wasmasjien. Ek weet, almal doen dit dan. Ek meen, wie dit nog nie, ek weet, kyk wat die standaarde is. Dit is wat ons met lewe op die oomblik in Suid-Afrika. In die interview, Gordon Neolo said, "But no, ladies and gentlemen, we are a big tent party." Genade mense, hoe groot is hierdie donderse tent? He says we want South Africa to work for everyone. No, we don't. We don't want South Africa to work for everyone. Liberal naivety. There you go. We don't want this country to work for narcissists. We don't want this country to work for political opportunists. We don't want this country to reward people who treat principle as disposable and politics as a career ladder. We want a country where character matters, where loyalty means something, and where public office is earned rather than traded. A strong leader would have looked Liam in the eye and said, "Liam, I'm sorry, but a party is only as strong as its weakest link. Unfortunately, right now, you are that weakest link. Thank you, but no. That does not mean you should give up. You only lose when you quit. You are young, talented, and you still have a future ahead of you. But you simply will have to live with the consequences of your actions. Because if you never face the consequences, you will never learn. And if institutions keep lowering the standards for individuals like you, eventually the institution itself begins to rot. You made your choices, now live with them, learn from them, and come back stronger. But no individual has the right to drag down an institution that predates you and will outlive you. Now people are going to say, but Donald, you're a Cape Independence supporter. You never really believe in the DA and its values and its principles. Okay, perhaps that's a fair point. Then let's ask a different question. My DA friends, what would Helen Suzman say right now? Your hero, Helen Suzman. What would she say if she were alive today about this? Huh? Madam Iron Lady, tell me, would she have said, yes, of course, welcome him back. Let's put out a press release. Let's celebrate it on a DA OnlyFans account. Let's have a gay pride march afterwards. Then let's climb Lion's Head and just jump off because the world is so beautiful and wonderful that gravity will just carry us to the ocean. Is that what she would have said? Or would she have looked at this entire circus and said, no, actions have consequences. Character matters. Public office is a privilege, not a revolving door. Because one of those sounds like Helen Suzman. So laat julle uitfigure wat sien dit is. This is symbolic of everything that is wrong with South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, history once celebrated Greatfus, Alexander for conquering Babylon, Julius Caesar for defeating the Gauls, Napoleon for his victories in Italy. What do we celebrate in 2026? A politician rejoining the party he trashed and left a few months ago, amongst many other bad things. Welcome to the liberal world order. Celebrated mediocrity, middelmatigheid. We don't just screw up, we pat ourselves on the back and pose for the cameras when we do it. Kom op, DA. Wie ook al die DA 20 keer in die rug kan steek in 1 jaar, wen 'n vakansie na Mauritius. Wie ook al dit 30 keer kan doen, wen 'n splinter nuwe Hilux bakkie. Ons so lekker by die DA. Enough. Julle verdien meer as R100,000 'n maand vir 'n rede. Hier is nie die interskole nie, hier is nie Paulroos Gimnasium, julle is nie cheerleaders vir Grybloem nie. You are politicians. You are supposed to set an example. People are desperate. They're looking for solutions. Raak? No. Groot. A full ideological awakening in under 1 year. Of was die finansiële state onder druk? Did someone count the numbers and make a phone call? The moment you make exceptions based on demographic utility, you have stopped being a party of principle. So eenvoudig soos dit. You're a party of convenience wearing principle like a costume. Ons is alweer terug by Mmusi Maimane. When a party doesn't just readmit a turncoat like Liam, but celebrates a return, it sends a loud and clear message. Standards are negotiable. Usefulness beats integrity. The values in the manifesto are just a decoration, not architecture. Middelmatigheid, mediocrity. Nou weet ek sommer nou weer, die DA gaan sê, okay, maar dan die ANC doen dit, die ANC is erger. Luister mense, goeiemôre RSG. Die kies jy daar. Iewers moet ons nou hierdie stop. Ons kan nie die hele tyd onsself met die ANC vergelyk nie. Wat gaan ons nou doen oor 15 jaar van nou? Gaan ons steeds hierdie speletjie speel? As daar nog net een ANC parlementslid oor is en 399 DA parlementslede. Gaan ons sê, okay, maar Donald, ja, hulle het almal winde gelos, maar daai een ANC parlementslid, hy het ook 'n wind gelos. Iewers moet ons nou hierdie stop. Kom nou. As ons 'n eerste wêreldsland wil word, gaan ons eendag van 'n tyd onsself moet ophou vergelyk met mislukking en onsself vergelyk met lande waar ons wil uitkom. Praat ek stadig genoeg? Verstaan julle? Do you make the understanding? Ja, kyk, ek het vir julle 'n prentjie geteken om dit eenvoudig te maak. Daaronder, daar's die ANC, hier is ons julle. Julle doen beter as die ANC. No question about it. So as ons julle dit afkyk, gaan ons julle hier in die middelland. Ons wil nie daar land nie, ons wil hier wees. Een van die tyd moet ons nou hier bo kom. Suid-Afrikaners wil nie hier wees nie. So net soos wat julle die N2 toemaak vir liefblouers, julle moet nou hierdie lyn toemaak. Ons kan nie altyd onsself met die swakste leerling in die klas vergelyk nie. A party that rewards this behavior will be defined by it, not in the press releases, in the deals made in backrooms, and who gets protected, and what gets ignored. I'm not asking you to become cynical. That is exactly what the political class wants. That's what the ANC wants. I'm asking you to hold the line, to be the voter who remembers this, who walks into election and asks not just what a party promises, but what it does when it thinks no one important is watching. If you are a DA supporter and this sits wrong with you, say so, loudly. Ian Cameron, Celius Brink, waar is die manne met stene in die DA? Is hierdie okay met julle? Selfs Prinses Gareth van ons dan sê, dis nie okay met hom nie. Waar is julle? Kan julle niks sê nie? Ask the leadership publicly why this was necessary. Force the conversation, because what you tolerate today will be the standard and norm tomorrow. My advice is now play. Do not vote for the Democratic Alliance in this election. Personally, I will be voting for the phrase from Plus. Nobody is perfect, maar ek meen, pragtig mense. Ons kan beter doen as hierdie. DA built its entire brand on being different, on standards, on accountability. That was the contract. This is really heartbreaking. Someone has to draw the line. If the DA will not draw it internally, then the only line left is the one you draw with your vote. Leon Jacobs will probably just keep on going. Next year it might be the Republican Party with Donald Trump appearing next to him. Who knows? This man can pull anything out of a hat. But the parties that reward it will keep rewarding it as long as it works. The only thing that stops making it work is you. Draw the line, hold it, and don't let anyone cry themselves back over it.